Okay, listen, we don't have a lot of time. Everything blew up. Smug's the GM. Y Caliber is the class person who's doing the class. And then there's Jared, he's Lan. Y Caliber's also Bosmo. And there's Steve Sedal, who's playing Wyatt Guthrie. And then there's Mike, who's playing Rail Cage. And then F.T. Davis, and I'm McRuff. It's emergency time intro. Oh my god. So many things went wrong. Okay.
So many things.
We're playing Force and Destiny. Sorry, I forgot that part.
A good one, though.
Steve Davis doing an impressive run on speed intros.
I gotta...
They usually do take us about 20 minutes.
Yes, we
have to fight over
to
who's going to do it.
No. For the recording pod. Oh, there's a fucking hair in my mouth.
Don't worry, we'll edit that out in post.
That's not happening, no.
I think it's one of mine.
We don't really want to know otherwise. I mean, good for you.
There are only 3 options. It's going to be yours, Jack's, or,
Hey, look.
Hobos?
Look, we all want promotions at work, right?
Is it wrapped around your tonsils or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It was just on my tongue.
All right.
I'm not trying to make
just
my
on the tip
tonsil,
of your tongue.
I'm not trying to make my tonsil ball fall off by putting an elastic around it.
No.
I always heard growing up that if you wrapped an elastic band around your finger for long enough, the fingertip would fall off.
Well, it would have to be a long time and a very tight elastic.
I imagine it would get pretty painful after a while.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, long before it was even close to falling off. But hey,
if you really had to get rid of your fingerprints and you had a lot of time,
probably still go for the burning it off option. Or
I don't know. What better way than removing your last knuckle from each finger?
I think there are some flaws.
Then it's harder to grip things.
Do you think they've ever solved a crime using toe prints?
Footprints, sure.
No, like the actual patterns of your toes.
I'm not sure. But speaking of patterns, why don't you get us caught up on the pattern of the story so far? How has it been weaving through the pattern of reality?
I feel like you're trying to underail me.
I would never do such a thing.
He's gone into full teacher mode of trying to steer the ADHD kid back on topic.
No, let me read.
Because now the game is afoot. Or should be.
All right, that'll do. All right, so when last our group got together, they are, of course, on the quest to obtain the third and final holocron in order to restore the Dawn Temple back to its former glory, or at least some measure of it. Like we've always mentioned, there's still a lot of carpentry to go on. It's going to be a very long session when I finally have you guys make it look real good. There's going to be a lot of carpentry rolls, masonry, a lot of my harness broke and you've got to save each other kind of scenarios, but that's for the future. That's not the now.
I'll have to put some skill points in interior decorator.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you've got it, or maybe lore feng shui. But beyond that, you guys went to the capital of Spintir, which is Relis. You finally met with Heavy Gan, the leader of Heavy Gan's movers, who turned out to be pretty much on the up and up. There was an attempt maybe to see if he was being duplicitous, if he was going to turn you guys in. But no, he seemed pretty legit in wanting to help you guys get into the museum where the governor, Carla Hall, whatever. I don't know, anyway. Where she resides and where very likely that third holocron is being stored inside of this secure wing there. Now, he did offer to help you guys out in exchange for some thieving on your parts, but you guys maybe aren't so sure about that. You maybe want to go your own way, and that's kind of where we left off. You guys were starting to devise a plan that involved Bosmo doing stuff and probably Roll Cage and Wyatt also doing stuff, and maybe Land does a thing, and McRuff eats a lot of Klondike bars.
I hope there's not chocolate in those.
I love that we make that joke every week.
It's important that you don't feed your dogs chocolate. That's what it's a public service announcement.
Public service announcement.
Yep. Do not feed your dogs chocolate.
or any other pets.
Cartoonians, yes.
Technically, chocolate is toxic to everything. It's just that for humans, the dosage where it actually becomes dangerous is much higher.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 22 pounds in one day or something.
That's a lot of chocolate.
That's a lot of chocolate.
That's something to aspire to.
Sounds like a challenge to me.
So just before we started, you guys rolled the fucking force points, the force destiny pool. I keep calling them force points, and holy shit, the destiny pool is stacked in the favor of our intrepid. I guess I can't really call you intrepid, mostly heroes.
We're fairly heroic by and large.
I don't know about some of you.
I mean, I am.
All right, well, me.
Yeah, I really don't know about Bob.
Wyatt's basically heroic, but he sort of gets there in that little rogue way.
Yeah.
So what about
Bosmo?
He's a shifty one.
I don't know. He's a hero, but he's heroic, but he's kind of passive aggressive about it. McGruff's pretty much along for whatever Wyatt does. Rail, though, I mean, he has the sinister token, for one thing.
Is that really why McGruff is with you guys?
I mean, he's just looking down, that's all. Maybe he saw something on the ground that he's interested in.
Oh,
Just look into those fucking glassy eyes of McGruff.
he's basically a decent guy. You know, he's
a good boy.
He's into some crime. He's into some crime. He's a bit more pragmatic.
Look, Muck and Wyatt are chaotic good. That would be our alignment in a D&D game.
That's true. And Rail is neutral evil.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
I assume that any character Mike plays is just neutral evil. This is the starting point.
At best.
Or lawful
I mean,
evil. Yeah.
Historically, it does hold up.
Yeah. And Lan is neutral good, and Bosmo is probably lawful good.
What is
around
Simo?
there.
What is Simo broke his alignment?
No. He had injury. Who knows anymore?
Yeah, you guys should probably check in on Simo.
We don't. He went with the rebels. He left with the. Yeah, he did. You said that specifically.
You probably should have checked in with him before he left.
Should we have? That was
maybe
months ago now.
Maybe. I mean,
he wasn't even supposed to be alive.
Yeah, he's thrown off the shackles of destiny.
He's a free Rhodian now.
Or is he? Who knows? Who knows what the future will hold? But tonight,
sidestep the
at
path
the very
of
least,
fate.
there will be some kind of future for you guys involving some kind of heist. No doubt to commemorate that teaser trailer for Rogue One that came out last week.
Mm-hmm. What an exciting event that happened in the past for us.
And presumably for the viewers as well.
Pretty apt though. It was last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's
no,
find
but
out,
I mean,
maybe.
in the Star Wars timeline, that had already happened for us.
That's right.
I see.
Maybe. I don't know when this video is going to get released, but
I mean, in
even we should
universe,
probably.
not.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Legends.
Okay.
Anyway, from what our plans were from last time, I think Wyatt and Lan were going to chat up Guy Incognito and possibly get ripped drunk and try to wheedle some.
For that.
Yeah, and then we're going to try to wheedle some information out of him, possibly set up some kind of exit plan through him, perhaps. And then I think Bosmo Rail and Muck were going to do another thing.
Come on, guys. We got to be properly prepared for our shadow run.
Yeah, I wanted to. Well, I mean, from what I remember last week, which is not much because for some reason I could not pay attention to anything.
You were drunk.
It's okay, buddy.
From what I remember last week, we had agreed to do the job, and then I asked for plans to the building we're robbing, and then Heavy Gan was coy about having plans, and then
Because we didn't specifically agree that we were going to help him.
Oh, okay.
Because
He said
some of us
you
had
guys had 48 hours before, like that was the
think
window.
about
That was the
Right,
window
yeah.
before he had to do a delivery to the museum, which would be your entrance. If
Okay.
We had more or less agreed to do the entrance through him, like hiding his delivery crates, and then spring
right, but
out.
he wanted us to do a thing for him while we were in there, and
Yeah.
there was some debate about whether we were going to do that or not. So we have not really agreed to work with him.
Well, we definitely don't
there
want
was
to
some
leave
debate
the place
about whether
under
we're
this.
going to try and screw him over or not.
Right. We definitely don't want to leave through any way that gives him an advantage over us, like sneaking out through boxes again, because that would be bad.
Right.
Yeah.
why would that be bad?
Because then we spring out of the box, and all of a sudden there's like blasters in our face.
We're putting ourselves at the mercy of a bloodthirsty criminal one time too many.
Clearly, we should sneak out in barrels instead.
He seems like a pretty up and up guy to me.
Other than the fact he like beat Land to death nearly.
Hey, that was so long ago. Who can say if that really
Yeah.
happened? Maybe they were the fever dreams of a starving street urchin
No, he's a violent maniac. Sorry.
delivering kidneys to space Hong Kong.
So I put in the Discord chat. You asked me for art of what Bosma was doing off screen, so there it is. And I'll put it
Oh
in
yes,
the.
his fake his
Oh,
his
shit.
fake
What did I promise? What did I promise for this? More XP, was it?
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't
I
think you
don't
promised
remember.
anything.
He did say there'd be something. It was either boosts or XP or something. I don't know. We'd have to go back and check the tape, and I'm not
That's
doing
right.
that.
I think I said you get a boost at some point. Because this was his big plan, right? He was gonna make a fake
Yep.
holocron for. Oh, that's right. You're gonna replace the real one with a fake, weren't you?
That was the plan, so they wouldn't notice.
Amazing. Amazing fidelity.
Thank you. I know it looks exactly like the source material.
Does indeed. It's even urine gold, just like the real deal.
Yeah, with the blue glows.
Anyway, so as for working with Heavy Gan, there is the consideration that he is a crime lord on this world that we will probably be coming to a lot. And if
Yeah.
we piss him off in any way, it's
I feel
probably
like we should just
he...
nick some stuff for him and then, give it to him in another way other than going out and
Yeah.
being trapped at his mercy.
Yeah, well, definitely. The idea was
It's a
to
compromise.
go in through the boxes that he's going to deliver,
Mm-hmm.
and then we steal some stuff for him, but we do not take any exit that he offers. We go out our own way, and then we give it to him at our convenience.
And that's kind of why I want to find a way to independently get a floor plan of the building, so
Yeah.
we can, I don't know, use that as good information for us to have.
Muck was going to Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
Do some haxing.
So this is like the 20, I
That's
don't know,
sensible.
36-hour window maybe you guys are going to use to either come up with your own plan or, well, figure out how to skew
We're going
the
to come up
existing
with
plan.
plan. The plan is to come up with an alternate way out. That's it.
Yeah, basically, we just want to find a way, once we get the thing, to get out without Heavy Gan's help.
We're not
All
going
right.
to screw him over. We're going to steal stuff to give to him. Whatever, fine. But
Graphic was-
we're not leaving in a way that puts us at his mercy.
Yeah. Do we have a schematic of the place?
No,
That is what I have been trying to ask.
that is literally.
Damn it, Mike.
What?
Put your
What
classic.
put your tub of Crisco down.
See, I'm always at I'm always at like a decision point of whether or not to ask anything here, because either it turns out like this, or
Well,
We did legitimately.
or I just don't say anything and don't know anything.
It was 2 sentences prior. To be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, but I don't remember anybody answering D. Davis. I remember him
No, he
asking
did not
that.
get an answer.
No one has answered him.
I have not yet.
No one, specifically the GM,
Well,
has answered him.
Well, if he wants to get the plans, yeah.
Well,
You guys pretty much have a plan for most of your party as far as the what's the word I'm after? The training montage? No, the planning montage goes. So we can certainly start that at any point.
So
I'm not
Heavy
quite sure
Gan
what-
is not
Go
going
ahead.
to give us plans to the building.
Did you want to ask him for it?
I think we did. I think McGruff did already.
Right, but that was when we were sort of still in the stage of, well, are we going to work with him at all? And so he wasn't going to give us anything unless we specifically said, yeah, we're going with you.
Okay.
But there's always another way.
yeah, that's why I was going to ask if I could computers up the HoloNet.
Yeah.
Probably, well, no, wait, the HoloNet. Yes. The museum is, as far as the Outer Rim is concerned, it's a pretty big deal because the only other thing that comes out of Spinter is like ice cubs. Just
Snow cones?
sacks full of little ice wolf
Baby wolves.
cubs.
Oh,
Yeah.
cubs.
Oh,
Yeah, cubs, not
Oh.
cones.
Oh,
Not cones.
that's
I think
way
the
less fun.
correct designation for that is ice pups.
Ice pups. You're right. And to be fair, I can only see out of one eye at the moment, but
Oh,
that doesn't really.
what
doesn't
happened
really
to your eye?
excuse- I don't know. It won't stop watering.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Allergies. Does anyone have a Claritin?
I have a Nasonex. Will that help? No.
It might, but I don't. I mean, just spray it into your microphone. Oh, I think it worked. All right,
Great.
so yes, if that's what McGruff wants to do, yes, we can certainly begin down a route where he may or may not uncover said schematics.
Okay, cool, great. I would like to do that. I would like to pull out my keyboard and type where the holocron's at on the local HoloNet.
And that, all right. So you type that in, and it almost immediately hits the Imperial Net Nanny.
Oh no!
Holocron is a restricted word. Your IP address has been logged.
Oh no! The Imperial FBI is going to be after me.
It's called the ISB.
Yeah, I remember when I killed one of them by accident in the game.
You monster. In another game.
All right. So maybe you wanna search the darknet. Is that it?
Yeah, do some sick hacking, as they say.
I mean, he's probably not searching for where the holocron at.
No, not literally where the holocron at.
What's up with holocron?
Look, search terms work differently in the Star Wars universe. They don't use Boolean or anything like that. It's all the where the blank at. That's how you search the HoloNet.
Oh, wait,
You're gonna have to use a point for that if you want to introduce fact.
No, I'm just introducing existing lore from the legends, obviously.
I feel like you're making this up.
I would never
Like-
I would
Just
never
bullshit.
make anything
Like
up.
the Wayne Brady.
the first thing McGruff does is he goes to spacebing.com and looks up the conversion rate of Bothan lives versus the amount of information he wants.
Whoa, dark.
Many Bothans gave their lives. They have a value, Jared.
True. I can't assault the logic.
All right, so once you find the conversion rate, you're probably going to be searching for information on the museum specifically.
Like
So,
how many Cupid statues could fit in front of the holocron? So that, some fat Cupid statues that could maybe later reveal themselves to not be Cupid statues and steal the holocron.
That part's a little trickier. Now, the public information on the museum itself is that, for one, it's actually very hard to get in. You've really got to have some credentials or some kind of imperial or political clout in order to even gain entrance. And that's just to the public wing.
Okay.
Beyond that, Space Instagram is full of pictures of various exhibits throughout the years. And it's probably enough to start painting a picture of what the interior looks like. You've probably got some kind of program that might be able to help with this.
Yeah, probably. I've probably got spacepaint.net.
Probably.
I assume to put all the pieces together, you'll want some form of computers role.
Indeed, I will. So what we kind of have to decide here is what info are you really wanting? Do you want the floor schematics?
The floor schematics are very important.
They are.
We would like a floor plan of the museum. That's one of the Heist 101 things you need. It's always nice to have a map.
Indeed it is. Now, as far as the public records for such goes, considering it's being taken over by the imperial governor, you're probably going to do some kind of hacking in order to access the mainframe. So we have to figure out a hacking.
Are you just stalling me with you thinking about how difficult to make this roll?
Maybe. I'm actually trying to remember if that's going to be straight up computers or
I believe hacking
else.
is computers.
Yeah.
Are you going to slice it? Yeah. Are you slicing?
I might be a slicer.
You fucking slicing in here, boy?
What are you doing? You slicing movies off the HoloNet?
You wouldn't slice a car.
I might actually. That sounds fun.
You wouldn't slice a policeman's helmet.
Well, bypass the security system. Sure, why not? Computers it is. So, God, you've got too many fucking yellow dice right there.
Look, I'm a computer.
You are. You are literally a computer. So, all right, we'll go ahead and roll.
He's suddenly got one of those cyborg things on the back of his head.
And a real big patch of dog fur just shaved away from it.
And a cone.
Oh, no.
Aw, we don't want him to bite at the
Adorable.
sutures. Just don't hold your head up when it rains, McRuff. But if you could, hold your head up as you hit that computer skill for me versus... It's going to be...
5 red.
I mean, you called it, so go ahead then.
Wow. Thanks.
5 red. Holy cow.
I'm not the GM. Don't listen to me.
No, you don't really. I mean, if you want to see what happens, sure, roll it. Let's see if you can beat the odds.
Just 5 red. For funsies.
For science.
He succeeded.
Damn.
It's the anti-Bosmo.
Well, I mean, yeah.
All right. Do you want to go with this roll?
Heck yeah. I beat 5 red. I think I have to.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. Game's over, guys. Fucking beating 5 red.
McCroft just ends the universe.
Beats 5 red like it's nothing. In fact, let me put this into yield.
He finds the second Death Star plans. Node Bothans have to die. We saved the galaxy.
Turns out they were just in a folder labeled "Not Another Death Star."
Is this correct?
Is what correct?
Like I'm putting that particular role into the dice statistics Excel sheet.
Uh-huh.
You are an 80% chance to flub this roll.
Nice. I'm super lucky, and everybody loves
Yeah.
me.
You're a good boy.
Nice.
I feel like that's right. Anyway, wow, way to beat the odds. Fucking McRuff, clearly the main character. All right, so it's clearly one of those scenes. Why don't you quickly describe to us what kind of work conditions McRuff operates in?
Okay, well, I mean, he's back on the ship because it's easier to work from. He's zooming around the HoloNet doing whatever cool Star Wars internet things you can do. He's got Zombo.com open, and it's telling him he can do anything he wants at Zombo.com. Well, in another window, he is sort of looking at matrixy letters spilled out and say, "Oh, wait, no, that's screensaver. Whoops, gotta get rid of that." And then, finally, he keys in to an illicit website where plenty of slicers are working round the clock to detail and hand out passwords for restricted areas. He comes upon a lucky break as someone has one for museumsecrets.gov. And that's where he gets the blueprints from.
And they really, really shouldn't be storing all their museum secrets on the one website. But sure enough, there it is.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Password just turns out to be admin.
Yeah.
Password.
So what you do find,
Mhm.
you do find them. You do find the schematics. They are pretty up to date. Generally, records like this are decades old at best. And as your searching revealed, the Museum of Spintar is incredibly old. It's been there for a long time. God willing, you guys won't blow it up, and it will be there for an even longer time. So you find the schematics for the public wing, and what appears to be the renovation order for the secure wing.
Ooh.
What was once just part of the museum itself is being cordoned off into the aforementioned secure wing, the private collection of the governor. And it does seem to indicate that it's really only one way in. It's across a skywalk, a catwalk, if you will.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
And that they've ordered some pretty hefty security locks on both ends.
Well,
So that's going to be something that you're already aware of and you can start planning for. So when it comes time, if that is, there is such a time where you are encountering said locks, you'll have a boost die ready.
nice.
So, who's in favor of blowing a wall and exiting through that way?
That doesn't seem very subtle.
Yeah, besides, you have 3 Jedis. So we can just cut a hole in the wall. We don't have to blow anything. Or anyone.
Wow. Anyway,
Indeed. Anyway, just interrupting me in the middle
Anyway,
of my riff. There are a couple of threats there. I guess it's very strenuous. I was going to do something else, but you got those successes against such odds.
Yeah. Well, I'll take some strain. I might probably.
Yeah, go ahead and take one strain for me, and you're also not sure who provided you with that key.
It's just signed EE, guys. I don't know. Maybe there's a Metal Gear there.
Metal Gear.
Wasn't sure if you said EE or 88, and I'm like, oh god, it's BB-8.
It's BB-8, yeah.
I don't know if it was 8-8 would just be
IG-88.
racist.
Oh god, it's the assassin.
The assassin droid who took over the second Death Star's targeting systems.
What?
Oh God, I remember reading that
Spoiler
in
alert.
middle school.
It was one of those tales of things.
Yeah, IG-88, I believe.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Indeed.
Cleven.
He installs himself in the second Death Star.
Yep. He makes the
Wow.
door shut on Palpatine just as he's about to enter.
What an asshole.
Oh,
It's IG-88. What do you expect?
Palpatine wasn't that ugly until the doors closed right in front of him. It's the original lore. All right, so that is McRuff's part taken care of. Now, do the drinking buddies want to go, or
Sure.
I actually have no idea what Bosmo and Rail are going to be doing.
What are they doing?
Osmo's doing arts and crafts.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
true.
pleasure.
He's making the thing. What's Rail doing?
Rail.
Does Rail want to go on an adventure?
Sure.
Where do you want to go to?
Oh, and I have to choose the adventure?
You have to choose your own adventure.
How are you going to use your 36 hours to either help or hinder
Let's
this
see. Okay.
theft that's going on as a lawman?
So, as
Really a longing. He's a hut
God.
enforcer.
He's going to turn himself into the Imperials. Gonna get in from the inside. That'd actually be a really clever way to do it, but oh well.
So he's gonna make
Yeah.
sure he gets caught so he can enact his master plan from inside the prison.
Maybe so. I don't know. What do you want to do, Mike?
hold on a second.
I think you like that idea.
That's some Lupin the Third bullshit.
It kind of is.
I was thinking like half the movies made in the past couple years. Since Dark
Okay.
Knight.
Oh yeah, it's always like let's put him in a glass box because we're
Yeah.
dum dums.
Or
Okay.
Skyfall.
That was my
Okay.
plan the whole time. Okay, sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
So no, it's okay. So here, so so obviously Muckra is doing his hacking and and getting stuff for us there. Remind me what Lan and Wyatt are doing, please.
We are going to talk to this stormtrooper and get him good and drunk, and then try to get information about the security on the inside, and possibly also a lead on a way out.
Okay, that sounds good. So while you guys do all that, how about this? Rail will go. Is this museum like a? Is it a museum that? Is it a public museum?
There is a public wing.
Yeah, there's a public wing, but getting into it is very, very difficult. You have to be an important person to even get into the public wing.
So you can't just pay to get in or anything like that.
You could
So
probably
it's not
try
that
and
kind of
bribe
museum.
someone.
Okay, because I would try to do that. I would try to gain. Rail would try to gain access to the public wing and try to scope it out from the inside and try to use that to augment the information that we're going to get from Muckross role. And so I'm happy to either attempt to bribe or Jedi mind trick my way. Oh wait, actually, I don't think I have Jedi mind trick.
I mean, you could try to do one, but it would probably not go very well.
He just
Yeah.
waves his hand like,
So
you let me
I-
into
I-
the museum.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Well, no. See, he waves his hand, but he uses sleight of hand so that if it doesn't work, he actually was just flourishing before presenting a fat stack of credits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, okay. Let me see. We can do this. This is a thing we can do, sure. Give me one moment.
Another option is he could, name drop some hut and say, he's here to maybe, evaluate the
ducks.
yes, or evaluate the museum because he represents someone who's interested in perhaps, funding a new wing or what have you, or just contributing generously.
All right, just one moment. All right, let's do this. This is the side
Okay.
that Roll Cage has when he ambles on up to the front entrance. There is a small group of stormtroopers all standing there. And they are clearly checking anyone that tries to come up and get in.
Okay, well, Kazrael's not an idiot. He doesn't have any actual, left the lightsaber, the blaster, and the sword and everything at home. So there's nothing to worry about there. So he'll just stroll up to the stormtroopers, or leisurely saunter, if you will,
Uh-huh.
and engage them. Says, "Gentlemen, fine day today, isn't it? Nice day for the museum."
Every day is nice here at the Museum of Spinter.
Oh, I can see that. I'm glad to see it lives up to its lively representation, and I would be more than happy to evaluate those environs for myself if you will allow me on my way.
Well, not so fast. Papers, please.
Papers, sir?
Yes, your credentials.
Ah, my credentials. Well, you see, my credentials, if you will, are, what you might call verbal credentials. You see, I hail from Nar Shaddaa, and I'm representing the interests, of a certain Jithro the Hutt. He has heard very much of the... Shut up.
Does he play a flute?
Actually, he prefers the harpsichord.
Okay.
He plays it with his mouth, though.
Yes.
Continue. I love you, Jeff, for that.
He is quite a collector and admirer of the arts, and he may be interested in sending a significant donation to the museum's funds. However, that relies entirely upon my evaluation of this museum and see if it matches its reputation.
All right, so this is all bullshit, yeah?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, we're going to have you go ahead and roll your deception.
Okay.
And that's going to be against the discipline of...
Jethro the Hutt is real, though. It's just that him being here representing them is bullshit, though. Let me just make that clear.
Still a lie.
Yeah.
A lie is a lie.